How do you have a conversation with a potential client where you're not too salesy and you're not too soft? You're never gonna find a better coaching package anywhere. Trust me.
Too firm.
Hi, I'm sorry to bother you. Would it be okay if I mentioned a little bit about this coaching thing I do? I mean, I'm not saying you need coaching. Too soft. Hi there. Hey, I heard you would like to grow your business. Is it okay if I ask you a few questions to see if I might be able to help? Just right. Hey, come on in. But do you mind taking your shoes off on the way in? Thanks. Hello and welcome. I'm Sharla Jacobs, and you're watching Thrive Academy TV, the place to be for coaches, healers, and holistic practitioners who want to attract more clients and have their first $10,000 plus month. Now, in today's episode, you will discover how to have a heart-based conversation that gets you more consultations. All right, booking consultations is relatively easy. I mean, if you invited 20 random strangers to do a consult with you, one of them is bound to say yes. However, when you use our heart selling method, you'll leave people in a better place and move the right people closer to a yes. Now, in heart selling, we show up ready to connect, serve, acknowledge, be curious, and give them a choice. And if it seems like a good match, you will invite them into a free or low-cost consultation where they get to spend one-on-one time with you, receiving even more of your love, compassion, and wisdom. So what is heart selling, by the way? Well, a heart selling conversation is an inspiring conversation that leads to action. When I became an acupuncturist many years ago, my love of the 5 elements of Chinese medicine had me view everything through the lens of the 5 elements, including my sales conversations. And when I mapped this 5 elements onto a sales conversation, I discovered that unless all 5 elements were in balance, the conversation wouldn't go well, and I normally wouldn't get a client. However, when all 5 elements were in balance, it was like magic. People would lean in, they would want to work with me, or they would want to refer their friends. Now, before we started Thrive Academy together and we were launching our private practices back in 2003, the 5 elements of heart selling was the only thing that we knew how to do to attract clients. Each element increases trust, and when you don't use even one of the elements, you can break trust so badly that they'll never want to work with you. And with this system alone and a lot of follow-up back in those days, 2003, I tripled my income in a 30-day window. And Jesse knew he had mastered this when he got 16 clients in 1 month. So I'll save the 5 elements for some other episodes. And if you're curious about how you can use each of the 5 elements when you're having conversations with potential clients, you can find one of those videos by clicking the link up here. And we will go ahead and put some of the links in the description below. So for us, we started using these 5 elements as an intuitive way to track the energy of a conversation with a potential client. But after a while, we realized there actually was a linear progression in these heart-selling conversations. And this is when we created our template for how to have a heart-selling conversation that turns into a consultation. Now, there are 5 stages to a heart-selling conversation. So we have the 5 elements and the 5 stages. So we start with stage 1, where you open the conversation. The overall intention of stage 1 is that your potential client feels inspired by you and feels lucky that you're so interested in them. You have a warm opening, an acknowledgement, you get curious about them, and you share what you do and position yourself as an expert. Then we move on to stage 2, where you find out what they're looking for. Now, the overall intention of stage 2 is to build enough trust that your potential client feels safe to share that they have the problem that you solve, or they know someone who does, because these can turn into referrals. If it seems like they're a potential client, then you can share your hero's journey story about how you came to do the work you love. Now, anytime your potential client shares vulnerably, you can acknowledge what you appreciate about them, and if it seems that they're hungry for a new future, you move on to stage 3. So in stage 3, you share a resource. Now, the overall intention of stage 3 is to inspire them to believe that the future they want is possible when they commit to it. And one thing you'll share here is what we call your inspiring, truthful results statement. It goes like this. I can't promise that you'll get blank, fill in the result, but I've seen many of my clients succeed, and I believe that if you dedicate yourself to this, that you can too. So your role here is to mentor them and create a space where they have the highest probability of succeeding. And next, we move to stage 4, where you see if you're a match. Now, the overall intention of stage 4 is to increase the likelihood that they'll say yes to your invitation to do a consult with you, and that they'll actually show up for the consult and be excited. Then we move into stage 5, where you're going to invite them into the next step. The overall intention of stage 5 is to invite them to do a free session with you where they are most likely to value your time and expertise. And they'll be set up to become your ongoing client if it's a good match. So this is where we recommend you invite them to do a free consultation, and then you use our Get Clients Free Consultation formula to have them be more likely to say yes. I will put a link in the description below where you can pick up a free copy of that. So when you use these 5 stages when talking with potential clients, you'll find that your ideal clients will get excited to have the opportunity to talk with you about what they want and about how you might help them get there. So here's an example of how one of our members used heart selling to transform her business. So this is Jackie Simpson, and before working with us, she was doing 2 healing sessions a week, and her clients were getting amazing results, but she didn't know anything about heart selling. So she would go to events and she would just start working with people right there on the spot doing her energy healing work. Unfortunately, she was dipping into family funds to keep her practice going because people didn't book with her. After discovering our heart selling template, she engaged with potential clients in a completely new way. And just a few months after she first joined us at the Client Attraction Summit, she earned $39,000 in a 7-week period. All right, if you got a lot of value from this video, please give it a like and share it with other coaches and holistic practitioners who could use our support. And to learn even more, subscribe, ring that bell icon to be notified of our upcoming videos because we put out lots of great content to help you attract more clients. All right, this is Sharla Jacobs signing off. Remember, your people are waiting for you.